Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to get to at least 6k Legion in probably the most efficient way possible and give you all of the ways that I've been doing it myself. I myself am somebody who has done Legion many times. I'm sure, as a lot of you might know, I have broken finally 6k Legion on my brand new Kronos account, so a little bit of a spoiler there. I did restart on the Kronos server and I've gotten about 6k Legion in around 2 weeks, and I'm going to show you how you can do it very easily, utilizing event resources, utilizing the new methods that have been added to the game. The old school method of just grinding it out is not as necessary anymore, and you can get really good Legion a lot easier than you might expect these days. Like I said, I'm somebody who has been doing Legion for a very long time. I have multiple accounts with very high Legion, so I feel like I know what I'm doing when it comes to this, at least. So if this type of video helps you out, be sure to subscribe. It would help me out so much. Also, come to the live stream where you can ask any questions you want directly to me and the community. I also have a Discord you could join below. That's also very helpful. And anyways, let's get right into it. The first thing that I want to mention when it comes to Legion on MapleStory is it's very hard at the beginning, I would say, but it gets pretty much exponentially easier as you do it. So if you're brand new to the game and you're trying to build your Legion, it is going to be slow at first, but I'm still going to tell you how you can make it as easy of a process as possible. Now, just so everybody's on the same page, what even is Legion in the first place? Basically, it's a system in MapleStory that gives you stats, bonus stats across all of your characters based off of the many different classes that you create and level up in MapleStory. This is something that I would highly recommend to do. You pretty much have to do it. So essentially, you have to make almost every single class in the game and level them up to a certain point to get certain bonuses. So for example, if you make a 0 to level 200, not only do you get 10% bonus XP across all of your characters if this 0 block is on the Legion grid, you also get to put the block itself, because each character becomes a block, on the Legion grid itself, and the Legion grid has bonus stats. So not only do you get stats from the class, you also get stats from the Legion grid as well. Sounds a little confusing, but long story short, your entire account gets a lot stronger if you do this Legion system. And this Legion system requires you to level a bunch of characters to as high of a level as possible. Generally, up to 200 is good enough. And I'm going to teach you how to level these characters as quickly as possible. So the main method I use to level up my Legion is doing something called the main story quest line in MapleStory, aka the MSQ. So if you press this light bulb on the left side of your screen, there's going to be a bunch of quests that say main on it. And these main quests, if you follow them as you level up, it will get you to level 200. But I did them to about level 100, and then I used event resources to get my characters to between 140 to 150, and I repeated that process across many characters, and now I have over 6k Legion. So the most optimal way to do your Legion is by doing a mixture of the main quest line and using event resources. You don't want to only do the main quest line all the way to 200, and you don't want to only just wait for event resources because they're limited and you would have to wait for patches to come out and stuff like that. Now, some of you might be thinking, why don't you just go train? Why don't you just go train all of your Legion? I don't want to deal with all this questing garbage. I just want to go train. So that's what I did. So on my Hyperion account, I created a Blaze Wizard, and on my Kronos account, I also created a Blaze Wizard. On my Hyperion account, I have 9.5k Legion. I use 2x MVP gold pot. I have all the link skills maxed out. I have a ton of damage for my Legion and everything. So I juiced my Blaze Wizard on my Hyperion account and went and trained to give it as big of an advantage as possible. I'm MVP red, so I have the MVP red title and medal that gives me even more damage. I Starforced my gear. I joined a guild to give me more passive stats. Everything. I went as maxed out as you can be, basically, just so I could train as fast as possible. And turns out, even with all of this stuff, it's actually slower than just doing the main quest line with no EXP coupons and using event resources. So I actually did a side-by-side. With raw training, it took about an hour and a half and some change to go from level 10 to level 130. But by doing the quest lines, it took about an hour to go from level 10 to around the mid 160s because I used event resources. Keep in mind that on my Kronos world, I have very low Legion. I don't have as good link skills. My damage is infinitely lower than my Hyperion world because I have much less Legion. I didn't join a guild, didn't Starforce my gear, none of that stuff. I didn't use any coupons, so I also saved resources. Yeah, it was still faster than just raw training a character all the way up. Now, here's the catch to doing the main story quest. The catch to doing the main story quest is you have to get used to doing the questing. Now, we all understand that training is like really brain dead. You just go to the maps, you hit the monsters, try to full clear as much as possible. Mentally, it's very easy to do. But the main quest line, a lot of them can be very confusing to do. Like, they're not that intuitive. Sometimes you get lost, sometimes you don't know where the NPC is, and all that type of stuff. I actually have a guide on the main story quest line that you can follow so you can learn how to do all of the quests. But as you do it over and over and over again, like for me, I did it on all of these characters. It became like second nature. It became so fast where you could just blow through these quests extremely quickly. And it turns out that it's actually very efficient doing it this way. So let's talk about some of the event resources that we can use to level up. Now, the way that I did it is I did the main story quest till level 101. Once you hit level 100, you can kill Normozakum after you get your fort job, and it'll essentially get you to level 102. You'll get to level 101 100%. You hit one monster, you hit 102. Once you're level 101, typically on this game, you'll be able to accept whatever event is going on. So right now it's the Victoria Cup event. In the future, it'll be whatever other events that are going on, but this is very standard for MapleStory. You need to be at least level 101 to accept the event. But once you accept events, you're going to have a lot of resources at your disposal. One of the best resources that you can use is something called a strawberry farm ticket. So this event has them. Typically, events have these items all the time. You get multiple of them per week. This event only has 5 of them per week, but it has something called snack time as well, which is essentially the same thing. And what these strawberry farm tickets do is they let you go from like 101 to mid 140s with just one ticket. So I would highly recommend using these to go from 101 to mid 140s. But what's even better than that is while you're using these strawberry farm / snack time type events that give you a ton of levels when you're low level, you can leave in the middle of it at level 130. I would say use maybe like 2 extreme growth potions, get to around level 150, and then go back and finish the strawberry farm. That way you'll get to around the 160s and you'll just get a little bit more XP. So at this point, once you're in your 160s, you could either keep using strawberry farms to hit 200 or keep using growth potions. Now you're going to get a ton of growth potions when you play this game. Just within 1 or 2 events, you could probably get upwards of like 400 to 500 growth potions just from doing this type of stuff. So you'll be able to finish your Legion just through growth potion. If you want to start the strawberry farm / snack time at 101 and just ride it out and not use growth potions and just go until you're like level 146 or something, that's fine as well. But the whole point is you want to use these 2 items to your advantage. These 2 items, strawberry farm coupons, extreme growth potions, or anything similar to the snack break time event, these are what help you build Legion very, very quickly. So basically what I'm saying is one of the best ways to do Legion is to not brute force it. You get your characters to level 101 through the main story quest line or 102, and then just wait for event resources. It's not that efficient to just raw dog train your characters all the way up. What I also did on some of my characters is I trained them from 102 to 130. Like I used the main quest line to get to 102, and then I accepted the event and I trained them. Another thing that's very good about these types of events is they have something called event activations. So event activations are very common in MapleStory events as well, where basically you kill a certain amount of mobs in your map and some sort of effect happens on your screen that just wipes the whole map. And these event activations can be really, really useful when you train your characters. They're also per character, so you could do them on as many characters as you want. So that's what I tried as well. I tried training from 102 to 130. The reason why you want to go to 130 is because 130 is when you can start using extreme growth potions. And I used the 3x coupon while doing it, and it took about 20 minutes to go from 102 to 130. The map that I trained in at 102 to 130 was this map over here, Worth Path of Time 3. And then what I did was I went to this hidden portal up here, this map called Unbalanced Time. Usually there's 100 burning here. Maybe after this video there won't be 100 burning, but this is where I trained my characters from 102 to 130. Now, I don't think this is as good as using a snack time or using a strawberry farm. But if you want to get your Legion over with, like let's say there aren't that many snack times or strawberry farms available, you can train your character from 102 to 130 in this map and get some really good levels. Once you're 130, all it takes is 1 extreme growth potion and then you're level 140. Now the reason why level 140 is important and why I stopped these characters at 140 is because in the Legion, you have different ranks for your characters. So for example, this character is A rank because it's 102. But once you're level 140, you become S rank, which means the size of the block itself gets bigger, which is good because it means you get to fill up your Legion grid even more. So that's what I would do. That's how I would level my Legion if I was new. This is what I did on a brand new account as somebody who has restarted many times. Just get a bunch of your characters to 140 through the main story quest and event resources. And that way you'll get over 6k Legion and you can be in a really, really good spot to just focus on your main, and your Legion will give you a ton of damage along the way. Now, long term, obviously you want to get all these characters 200, but that's for another video. So let me know if you want the best method to get your characters 200 or 210 to finish the rest of your legions to get to over 8k legion, 8.5k legion, or maybe you could end up looking at 9.5k legion like I have on my Hyperion world. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, obviously leave a comment down below, pull up to the live stream, subscribe to the channel. Those things help me out so much. Join the Discord as well. That all being said, good luck with your legion. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Shout out to my members: Blazefire, Shooms, Shagad, Ravi Espa, Koga, Skittles, Dante Victory, CK, Jay, Kyle, Vampiric X, Fresh and Juicy, Assassin, Henzo, Henrique, and Kelvin. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you everybody who submitted fan art. You can always submit it in the Discord and it'll be put at the end of every video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.